Whew, we working, boy. Trying to build time like a 9 to 5. We crashed. We crashed. We crashed. How y'all doing out there? Everybody showing up, showing love. I appreciate you. I gotta get to my picture. I gotta get to my picture. But I appreciate everybody coming over here checking out the channel. This is Yusef Two Times, and this is 2 times 2 real. And I appreciate everybody coming to check our channel out. What's good? All right. A couple of things got to happen. I'm putting on microphone. I'm hoping my microphone will sustain because I turned up everything. So let's see if this will work. And then we're going to get right to the business at hand. And I appreciate everybody showing up and showing love. What's up? This is our show. And what I do over here is, come on, power up, power up. There we go. Actually, let me see how the sound like this first, because really, I'm doing a sound check this time. This first, because really, I'm doing. Okay, I hear the sound really loud. Obviously, the thing is loud in the background. And let me hear the sound again. 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 Yeah, I just wanted to see how that sound before I put my microphone in and see if there's a big difference in them. And whatnot. So we do one more sound check. And whatnot. So we do one more sound check. And do one more sound check again. And do one more sound check again. Okay, cool. All right. I appreciate everybody checking out the channel. Come on through. Holla at your boy. We setting up the show for the day. You see we got a question up there. And that's our question for the day is, do you think Dr. Umar Johnson, well, actually, let me read the question again. Should Dr. Umar Johnson's school be auctioned off? And a lot of people are talking about this. That's what Trump always say. A lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people, let me put my hat on too. Actually, let me put a white hat on. I'm rocking a white hat today. It's summery still. I'll be wearing my other hats and my other colors all year round. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna rock with this hat today. So everything is working out on my production side. So it looks like I can get right to the business. So welcome to the channel. If you're first time coming, I do shows over here. I'm Yusef Two Times. I make music. I make movies. I'm an artist, and I've been doing it for mad years. And I got a film channel, a film brand called Hood Films as well. So we're dealing with Dr. Umar Johnson. You know, obviously people know about him. He is super celebrity. He's basically a celebrity at this time, at this point. But he got a bad rep in the game because of how he's been playing, the people. I mean, the people basically are the ones that's complaining. And they don't like how he's been doing it. But now, according to him, his school is about to get foreclosed. And it's like, wait, huh? And they trying to auction it off. And it's like, God damn, what the fuck? I thought you was raising money to be a building. Like, so it's like really salacious and really crazy news coming out about Dr. Umar Johnson and how would he lose the school. But that's exactly what's going on right now. He's losing the school, and it's crazy. And I appreciate you guys voting when you come inside. We got the question, should Umar Johnson school be auctioned off? Right now, that's happening to him from his own admission. It's not nobody bringing up this stuff and putting it against him. This is what he's saying. So we're taking his conversation and rocking with it. Alfredo, yes, I do rap. You can look right on this channel and see my music videos. You can look on here, and hopefully I'll be able to play one of my music videos or something on here. But let's go to Umar Johnson conversation first, and then I might play something, but we'll talk about that when we get back. But welcome to the channel. I'm Yusef Two Times. This is the name of the album too, Selfmadeology. So if you look that up on YouTube, any of these platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, you'll see my music. And I'm grateful for the support. So let's get to his message because I want to let him talk and then we'll talk about it. So hit the like button, share the message. Let's get to it, guys.
Phone call. The city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due,
let's go back.
This past weekend, without an email, this past weekend, without a letter in the mail, this past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus. Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question?
Damn.
Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus? Brothers and sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs? They were going to sell our schools behind our back. They didn't even tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email. We received no phone calls at all that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead.
All right, y'all. Good morning to the Mike out there. And everybody else, good morning. It's a beautiful morning, too. It is. And I just want to say that from what he's saying, it seems like crazy. Because if you was, I guess, on your business as a owner of something, you probably would know about some of the forums, or you would even be in cahoots with somebody that know about some of the forums. So it'd be crazy. So I need some money. So why don't you go to Yusef Two Times and put up a few bucks for me, Mike, hook me up, broski. What's up, Gooey Costa? Welcome to the channel. Dr. Umar seems kind of like off-put with this. You know, it's like now all of a sudden you losing it. First of all, you galvanizing, trying to get all this money. And then all of a sudden, you know people sending you money. You know people send, and then not only are they sending you money, they also probably trying to work with you. They're probably trying to see if you will work with them. Like, yo, can we work with you? Can I work with you? But if you want some just me, my, then people just going to have an off-put. Maybe there was your secretary, where your administrator that keep up with this, where your finance person, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes that could even be your girlfriend or your homie or your cousin. Like, where's these people that's supposed to help you run an operation? It's just like, it don't make no sense. And anybody, especially somebody with a PhD, of course you're gonna be knowing that you need a certain amount of people to be helping you run the operation. But if you, I just don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely continue to vote. I see the votes rushing in, and I appreciate you guys voting. When you slide in here, you voting. That's the good thing. We appreciate the votes coming in. So we're going to let him continue to talk, and you guys can let me know in the comment section what you think about his scenario, because, again, it's kind of crazy to see somebody with his level of intellect and knowledge and smarts losing something so valuable. You know what I'm saying? It really don't make no sense to me, but I'm not him, so I don't understand. So let me know what you guys think, and let's get back to the message.
Put a notice on the door handle. Somebody stole one set of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers. Somebody stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door.
Whoa.
And sent it to the struggle streamers.
You gotta be kidding me.
But luckily for us, Sister Ra Ebony was able to get the paperwork off the Marcus Garvey School before the haters stole that paperwork. I believe, sisters, and please let me know yours, for 4 months. They ignored our phone calls for 4 months, and instead, the first time I hear from them since April, asking them to apply. Hi.
So that's revealing right there, man. We see that Doc has got played by the people, but see, that lets you know too, being a celebrity come with a lot, man. It ain't just like being a celebrity and then you slide through smooth and you get your money and you rich and then you just get to be la la la. Man, it's haters, it's people out here that want to see you fall and demise. They don't want to see you succeed, even if they are. Hey, Sabioni, that's a little. You got to say pause when you say stuff like that, because I'm a man, bro. You can't be asking a man to show you nothing without using the word pause behind that. I know you might not be from America, but watch how you talk to a man, my brother. Don't jump over here talking about some show me nothing, because we guys. You ask the females to do that, so watch your conversation when you're talking to a man, because I ain't got no bow. I snap on you like you don't even want to understand. So don't do that to me, homie. But welcome to the show. And it's Yusef Two Times. We kicking it. And we talking about Dr. Umar Johnson, and we having a good time. We kicking it. Make a vote, though. I want you guys to vote. Holler at me what you think on your side of the team what you think, and because that's what really this is. We're going to let the voters explain and tell us what it is about Dr. Umar Johnson. Because a lot of times people think he's snakish and they think he's fake and phony and they think he's a scammer. You know, obviously he been connecting money and getting money, so you don't think he should be having a money problem collecting as much money as he's collected over the time. But you know, what do you know? You know what I'm saying? Talking about the places coming. But see, again, being a celebrity, you got so many people that might be wanting to hate on you. That don't mean that's people you know or people that's your own race. That could just be anybody. You're a celebrity. Somebody see your forms come across, they connect the dots. They like, man, frick this dude, man. I don't like this guy. Oh, I don't like this girl. And now it slow down. You know what I'm saying? You can't get the stuff going. They call them, my mother called them dragons at the gate. So they be the dragons at the gate that be stopping you, you know, shooting fire down at you, stopping you from getting what you try to accomplish. Hit the like button, share the love, hit the like button, show me some love, guys. Let's keep the conversation going and let's kick it. All right, I'm gonna hit this little button right chisel, and then we're gonna get back to Dr. Umar conversation. And let me know what you guys think. Is he a scammer? Is he snakish? Is he doing something foul? Should he have had that school already operating by now? A lot of people believe the school should have been operating by now. But as we all know, there is no school. So let's get back to it.
Waiver to the past 4 years, so we would owe absolutely nothing. They ignored me since April. Find out. The first time we hear from them since April is a letter on the front door of the school, affixed with a rubber band and masking tape, giving us 20 days to pay these back taxes. We already paid $30,000 for water that we don't even need. Now we got to pay another $30,000 for vacant property registration fees that we shouldn't even owe because we should have a waiver. And it gets worse, brothers and sisters. It gets worse because they are raising the vacant property registration fee this fall from $5,000 a year to $12,000 a year.
God
I'm going to say it, brothers and sisters. I want y'all to get ready for a protest.
Wow.
I want all FDMG donors and supporters to get ready for a protest. We may have to march on City Hall, brothers and sisters, because of the racism. I'm going to call it what it is, racism.
But see, let's get back to the conversation really quick because I appreciate y'all coming to check out the channel. This is Yusef Two Times. Hit the like button, share the message, hit the ring bell so you can be aware of my new time we dropping a podcast, Two Times Too Real. This is my album, Yusef Two Times album called Selfmadeology. Okay, so let's go back to the conversation. He's screaming racism at this point. And a lot of times people would consider him being racist, even though we know he's not. We know that being racist means that you have to have control or power over somebody. Having a disdainment or a not liking of another group, that's your like prejudice or bias, that's not racist. So a discrimination, but it's not exactly racism. Racism is what happens when white people do what they do. Other than that, what he's dealing with is claiming that it's racist and what he's or it's costing or it's happening to him. And I don't deny that. But my point is that you're talking about a school in white America for all black people. How is this going to happen without you going through them in their culture, in their city, in their city halls, in their paperwork, in their forms, in their zoning, in their office fronts? What do you think it was going to happen? You know what I mean? It's all good and big and dope if you can meet up at a park and then everybody come out there to a park, it's open, you don't own no rent. You know, maybe they use their cell phones to do it, or maybe you do the thing online the way they do it these days. But a physical building, anywhere in America, they're gonna have a problem with that because they own the land. You see what I'm saying? It's like eminent domain. So eminent domain mean if you own a house or property or acres of land, the government of America could come and say, we want it all. We want a section of it and we're gonna do what we're gonna do with it. So we taking it. We don't have to pay you, or we can pay you. Maybe in the laws of today, they gotta pay you. But the law factor of it is that they could take your land or take your section of land if and when they choose and build whatever they choose. And a lot of people don't pay or don't spend or don't want to, and they'll build it around you. And your house will be right there in the middle of this big gigantic thing that they built. And you be like, what the damn? Only your crib sitting there. You know what I'm saying? So this is how it was and how it go. But most times when you black, they not finna sit there and let you say, I'm not finna move, I'm not finna do it. They just come over there and move in on your shit and be like, it don't matter what you say. We said we leaving and that burn you out. No, this is America. Come on, like we can't play stupid. Now he thinking that he just gonna be able to go start a school because of how he feel or because of what he got going on, or maybe he just believe a school need to be there. It's a lot of times they're not gonna let that happen. They got schools here. They basically teach you how to be American, teach you English words, teach you basically prison to pipeline. You know what I'm saying? Prison, school to prison pipeline. You know, it's already set up. It's been set up for hundreds of years. It's just, maybe he could deter people from falling so susceptible to the stuff that happened to you. But you're not gonna be able to just stop folks from going to school and want to go to your school, and you ain't went through none of the proper channels. Everything white people do and want, you don't want that. Like they let LGBT people teach kids at schools on the white side, but he said he ain't doing that. Like you can't be that up in my schools. And he said that online on a video like this to the world constantly over the time. There's people who probably work in them offices that heard that. That's like, oh, wait a minute, he's still trying to get this school open. Look, make sure you put his forms in like this. And remember how we did that one company? Yeah, send his shit like that and make sure he get the high fee. And then make sure he got to get the 30 days instead of the 90 days. And then make sure that when he come in here, we say we are that the computer broke or the computer down. Something that, like he said, I was reaching out to them in April and never heard back from them. And then 5 months later here in August, they talking about you owe 30. Geez, what the fuck you mean? I was just in there contacting y'all asking was it some kind of fees I owe, and everybody said no. But what that mean at the end of the day? They gonna take your place and sell it if you don't do it. And yeah, it is racism, but historically, it's racism. It's historical racism. It's not new. It's not like what are they doing? I can't believe this. No, it's historical. If you own land, if you own property in America, white people could come take it. Period. Now, do they do that to each other? More or lessly, no. No. Do they do that to other cultures, Hispanic, Asians? Probably not. Do they do that to black people? Hell, fucking yes. You can read history books from back in the 1700s of them taking somebody's property or taking some place where black people live, put a river over it, put a school over it, run a highway through it. It's just how it go. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to other cultures, you might not see that so much. You know what I'm saying? So he basically is dealing with that. And is it racism from that component? Hell yeah. But what can you do about it? Hit the like button, guys. Share the message. I want you guys to vote. We got a vote down there. The polls is coming in. I see the votes rocking in. I appreciate the vote. That's really what helped the channel grow. You voting like this and you helping us continue to promote the channel by the voting, because we really just let the people vote. That's what they have on here. It allows the people to make the votes, and that's really the dope part about it. So continue to vote, continue to rock with us, and we appreciate it. Hit the like button to share the message. We're going to flip the camera back, and we're going to get right back to the conversation. We're not going to talk about what he's saying. We're letting him say it himself, and then you can decide right there in the comment section in the poll. We got that poll going strong. Let's go. Yusef Two Times. This is the channel. 2 Times 2 Real. That's the podcast. Let's go.
Discriminatory knew they didn't want Dr. Umar in Wilmington. I didn't know it was this. So brothers and sisters, this is what we're going to do. We're going to fight like get our money from the bank. We're going to pay off this vacant property registration fee way or planet. We may have to march on Delaware to let them know that you don't treat black people like this. Because if I was white, I wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Asian, we wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Arab, we wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Jewish, we wouldn't have been treated like this. But we were treated like this because we were black. Brothers and sisters, this is a special FDMG announcement. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Yo, it's Big Ant the spot.
Well, y'all heard it's PayPal. You might as well go ahead, hit that $1 billion bank account. I know y'all hiding up in there and donate and show the guy some love for what he's going through, because obviously he's going through some shit. I mean, it's up to you, obviously. Let's see it. My boy, this is Urban Politician is the guy who channel we watch. I like his conversation. He younger than me. He from Houston, but I like his conversation because he keeps it hip hop. He keeps it rap. He keeps it real. You know what I'm saying? So we'll let him give a quick explanation and we'll rock out from there. And we're going to go into other conversations too, but let me just let him talk his shit. And like and subscribe his channel as well. So let's go.
Man, we back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV. UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in. This Dr. Umar Johnson. This came to his Instagram timeline and said, hit the PayPal family once again as he's asking for donations because of the current situation that he has put himself in. And I'm going to keep it all the way 1,000 with y'all. If you are still listening and taking in if everything that he say is factual right now, you got to check yourself, bro, because bro is clearly not keeping it all the way 100 with y'all. He's telling you what he wants you to hear, not what you need to hear. Timeline.
And that's deep. That's deep what he said, that without even going any further into his conversation, we could just kind of feel that vibe of where he's going. You know what I mean? His whole point is that this guy's not real, man. He's not telling us the 100% of what we need to know. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like, oh, his own grift or his only conversation is, F you pay me. F you pay me. I need. And it's like, okay, we tried to give you this. We gave you that. But it's almost like that preacher that wake up every weekend and be like, yo, I need a boat. The Lord told me I need to be getting around faster. So I got to get on the water. I got to get in the air. I got to get, and people in the audience be sitting back saying, our pastor got to go save people. So we got to help him get a vote. And then people be looking around like, how the hell that pastor got a vote and all y'all helped him do it? And they be like, well, pastor be saving lives and he be helping people. And they be like, well, no, that's stealing, man. He doing too much. What is he doing? But I mean, you can't control 8 billion people. I mean, you just can't control 8 billion people. You can't control the internet, the actual internet. You can't control that. And you can't control some one individual person and a voice. All of these things can come together in congruence, and somebody could be successful and paid. You know what I'm saying? But to actually just, I mean, I know that the dude is seeming like a buster and a thief and all this stuff over these decades and still not having a school pop up. But I mean, it's just kind of crazy to see him have to still go through this and everybody going crazy on him about it. It looked like he's a scammer. To me, I could never imagine him being legit. You know what I mean? Because especially seeing how he went in with some female the last few days ago, and it's or maybe a week ago, and you see that him and his girl is going through some stuff. He's like, you see so much of a regular person in him, so you know it's gonna be flaws, and you know it's gonna be stuff that ain't correct or ain't right. But when you talk about a school and all that, them people are probably in the office. They probably see you acting like this online. You snapping about some girl vagina, you snapping about some female and stinking and whatever you saying. The people who is in charge of whatever you got to get going on, they actually watching that. They seeing it just like everybody else, and that's you. That's actually you. You bugging out. Yeah, and it's like, bro, we watching you, man. And then the people who got to make a decision, that's their decision. No, anything we can do to block this guy, we got to do it. He cannot be up here. They probably having meetings behind the scenes with each other. Like, look, no matter what we do not help that guy. We do not help him. That man got a mental pain. Everybody be like, no, he trying to help the children. He trying to help the kid. Let me show you this video. Look, and he on there like, yeah, you dirty, and you a busted bitch. What the? Why would he be talking like that about some girl? Who is this lady he talking about? Then you see the female, and it's like, oh shit, she ain't even like a supermodel, like African queen kind of status you would assume he would be with. She's just like some regular girl. Like, and then this is what he came up with. The people who got to make a decision, it's too many people making decisions in life about anybody and everybody. And so you see everybody, or most people, trying to live inside some kind of practicality so that they can get things done, get things accomplished. It ain't that you wrong. It ain't that you can't do things your way. It's, again, other people making decisions. So that's why you might not want some folks making decisions against what you're trying to do. So you just try to play within the little pocket that they got going on. You stay with what they're saying. You try to meld within what they got going on, and you just try to get through it. And there's people out there that can inspire you to do that. They got the Kobe's, they got the Michael Jordans, who actually was able to be inside the systems they was inside, and then they were successful within them. So it's not like you just monolithically on your own. There's people you can see who actually succeeded in their own world. So you got to do the same thing. But Dr. Umar Johnson is on the outside of white folks' culture and white folks' businesses and corporations and schools and institutions. He's on the outside of that. He got his education from there, but he operates on the outside of that. So again, other people got to make decisions. If you want a building, if you want a house, if you want to teach kids, if you want to do anything, you know what I mean? Especially dealing with other folks. Otherwise, it'll become called a cult. And so that's what he don't have at this point. But if he had a bunch of folks swirling around him and kids and girls and men and wives and shit, they have been like, this a cult. And they just lock your ass up and be like, you can't have no damn school. You're a criminal. You know, so you have to walk delicately in America. You can't really just be so heavy handed, making decisions that might not be in your behalf. And that's what he's dealing with right now. Other folks looking at him and his operation and saying, hell no. No, not that dude. No, if I got something to do with it, I'm not signing nothing. And they behind the scenes. You would know who these folks is. He would walk, they'd be right next to you in the store and be the ones who sign some shit away from you. You wouldn't even be able to know it. You wouldn't know nothing. Yo, I appreciate y'all voting. I appreciate y'all making these polls like this. It look like it's even Steven. So we need somebody to break this poll. This crazy. A lot of times you see it be one-dimensional, one-sided, but this is like one of the first times where it's literally locked. And it's almost 30 minutes into the podcast, and it's still locked half and half. Everybody believe, half people believe that he should not have a school, and then half of the people believe he should. So that's crazy to me. Let me move that. Look, let me go back and let another conversation through, and then we'll see if that could break the tie, because that needs to be broken, in my opinion. Maybe the tie is going to sustain throughout the whole show. So this is another guy who I watch. His name Boss Talk, and I like his conversation on a lot of stuff. He keep it hip hop. He from Dallas, so he kick it and talk. You know, big following. So you know the guys who I listen to, that's what we get to listen to, and let's see what he got to say. We right back into it. Let's go, guys. Hit the like button, share the message, and let's go.
Let on my damn dough, and it's crazy. I don't understand what's going on. My boy Dre is around the way. What's up, Dre, out there East Coast, man? What's going on, baby?
Man, what's good? I'm just sitting here enjoying the circus and doing my victory lap of telling everyone for over 10 years that Umar wasn't going to open the school. He never had intentions of opening the school, and it's just a hustle. So I'm here to talk about it today.
Well, he says it's a hustle. He's been campaigning. How do you go on all these streaming platforms, on the Breakfast Club, Order Dialogue, everywhere he's going, real life, everywhere he's going, talking about this school, everybody's invested. A lot of people have given money. Some say upwards of $1.6 to $2 million. How do we now turn around and say, wait a minute, he don't have a school, or he shows us a structure of a building. There's a big building with FDMG on it, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. What in the hell is going on, Dre? How do you get the building? But the doors never was put on. It's an old it looks abandoned almost, and it's got a picture of him on it. So it's a lot going on with Dr. Umar. After all these years, we don't even get a door, or we don't have the school together at all. 6 years?
Yeah, we have to, first of all, one of the things we have to do is stop giving him this title of being an intellectual or being smart. If you're smart, or if you're an intellectual, it does not take 20 years to open up a school. That's number one. Number two, one thing he does well is he understands that most people don't understand business. And if you don't understand business, you don't understand that he doesn't.
Hey, that's deep. That's deep right there. I almost want to keep that conversation going. But that what the dude said is some leading information that we can grow on right there. And the guy said that if you understand business, this is what the second guy said. If you understand business, then he said a lot of people don't understand business. And so he's saying that that's what Dr. Umar Johnson is basically capitalizing off of. The fact that a lot of people don't know business. So that means you couldn't see that he's doing his business wrong, other than the fact that his school is not there. And I would even dare to say that any layman would know that this guy is lying, because the physical building is not there. You've driven through your city. I've driven through the city I'm in, and you've seen a building go up. You've seen a high rise being built. You've seen a storefront being built. You've seen just shit be built all the fucking time. And now, or even those buildings that you've driven past, or I've driven past, you don't know who own them. They don't have his name or his face right there on the building. You don't know what the fuck going on. And then you continue to drive by, maybe weeks, months go by, and then you look at the building and be like, oh shit, that's They just built? You might even tell somebody. You know, they just built the Chick-fil-A at the That was the Chick-fil-A they was building. You know, whatever. But don't nobody tell you. They don't come to your house and knock on your door. Hey, in 3 weeks we're gonna be building it. They don't do that. You just got to try down the street and you see the framing and shit, and then eventually you start seeing what's happening. They don't even have a situation popping up early like this gonna be a Wendy's one day, y'all. We're looking forward to this to be a Wendy's. It don't even be no shit like that. Nothing gives you anything. You be riding past like, is there gonna be a high rise? They're gonna be. Sometimes they might have a photo of if it's gonna be like an apartment building, like yeah, buy your apartment building on the 37th floor, whatever. But you never control it. You never know who is gonna do it or who's building these things. So, but you see it get done. And then this how you know, as even a layman, that somebody's not going to do nothing. Because if you got donations for 10 years, that should be a hammer. That should be a brick. That should be something that you're building. And even if it's a school that you owned or built, you would at least be like, the whole rest of this building is not in use, but we got operation over here on this one side or this one building, or we just gonna do our school in the gym room. You would be so gung-ho to do what you're trying to do, you wouldn't just be stuck at the donation level. That would be crazy to you. It would be like if you raising money for your album, but then you never get the album made. You just keep seeing people saying, yeah, I'm raising donations, raising donations. 4 years go by, like, hey, what the album at? Let me see it. Hey, as soon as I get the rest of these donations, I'm gonna have it. Like, what kind of album your ass making? Or what kind of movie you making? I know a movie costs about $1 million, but I've seen you out here 3 years. You still ain't dropped nothing. You ain't even put a trailer. You ain't even, where the actors at, nothing. It's nothing to bring the reality of what he's trying to say. So it just looked like a scam. And again, the regular human, without being a business person, without knowing anything about nothing, can see that. At least they can see that. And that's why I say he's a scammer, because he should have at least showed us something. It looked like the voting has kept coming in. It looked like the voting is still rocking out. We have tipped the scale just a tad, and in a direction of no. And we got Urban Hip Hop Channel who said, what's the business in scamming people? Well, I mean, that's, check it out, my brother Urban. It's a lot of people that make scamming people their business. So it's like, that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm going to make mine, I got to eat. And a lot of times, we could see black people scamming. But it's a lot of times you're getting scammed and you can't see it because of the people who's giving it to you or the reason why they're around. So with him being a celebrity all on the internet talking shit on the microphone, you could tell the scam. That's why I had a microphone on the cover, because you could tell that he should have had some steps towards where he's trying to go. Even your mother, even your grandmother, even your kids would come and say, well, when we're going to see it? Or when we're going to get there? The child, the person that don't know nothing about scamming, the person that's not really caught up in what you're doing. They just want to see you happy. And they hear you keep talking about the thing they're trying to do or start. And they just like, well, when we going to see it? Well, where is it at? Let's help. I'm help you. The younger generation will pop up. And they'll be like, Doc, we've been seeing you on the video since I was 11 years old. I'm 22 now. I'm going to help you get this school together. You know that's happening. You know that on the internet, being such a big celebrity, is people standing in line to help you. Now, while he can't get help, why I don't never turn into nothing, that's kind of something that's like, again, a him statement. Like, it's like, what are you doing, bro? Like, don't nobody like you? Nobody? Because again, you're gonna need inside connects inside these offices. If you got a school in Delaware, Wilmington, you supposed to be down there at the damn front of the office within another month of getting into town and being like, yo, I'm Dr. Umar, I'm trying to start this thing down there. How you doing, darling? Being cool. Can I take you to lunch? Tell me the landscape of this. Like, how do it go? Like, who do you need to know? Obviously, you need to be doing these type of things, and you can't learn that being online saying donate, 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 because how's that going to help you learn the people that you got to be around pushing this damn thing that you got? So we're trying to conclude what's going on with him. But I'm gonna get to another guy channel. This guy is Poetic Flacco. He actually used to be on 21 Jump Street. No, what's it called? Something about 21. What is it? No Jumper. That's it. And the guy name is something 21, Adam 21. But this is why I found out about this guy. I watch his channel sometimes. They slam dunk it through the algorithm. You can't hide from it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him talk a little bit about it. And you can follow his channel. Let him talk about it to your ears. But look, keep the polls coming, keep the voting coming, keep the like button smashed, and we appreciate you guys coming this far into the video, and we right back into the story. Let's go.
Completely over. I don't see how Umar Johnson could explain himself or get himself out this situation. There's no amount of blame he can put on others that could justify what's been going on with this school. And the most recent update that's pretty shocking. In our last video on Umar Johnson, we covered how Umar Johnson was being slick and attempting to manipulate the public. See, Umar Johnson received $1.6 million in donations to build a school for black boys called FDMG. Now, he bought the school buildings for about $400,000. $1.2 million is left over for renovations and other things. So to our surprise and everybody who donated surprise, these schools is being taken away from Umar Johnson and put up for auction in 20 days because Umar Johnson has unpaid fees that he hasn't paid yet to the cities. It's like $72,000 worth of fees that Umar Johnson hasn't paid.
That's crazy. 72 G's. That's not no damn money for no donation, dude, for 10 years. See, again, just like that first guy said, you got to have your business game together. That would conclude that this dude got already over there a bank account that's separate from your personal bank account. That means that when you get a job, like so you got the money that came in from the donations, it's in the FDMG bank account. But then you the CEO, or you the boss, or you the secretary, or you the boss and the secretary and the janitor and the whoever, the chauffeur. You got 5 titles. So then from that bank account, you will direct yourself payments to your job, like a job. Like, okay, every 2 weeks, I get paid. And then maybe you the CEO. So then you'll say, I'm taking my money from the main corporation to pay myself as the CEO. This is how you keep your business up in point. And if you can't figure out this shit, if it's all hard and you like, I don't even know, you could jump down on YouTube. You could jump down on ChatGPT to break down all these steps and levels and moments. And if you don't even got a computer, which you got to be having one at his level, you could just go talk to somebody at the school and just be like, yo, you the executive administrator, and he used to work at a school. Matter of fact, he said he worked at a school as a principal and a vice principal and a child psychologist for 20 years. He worked in the schools in Philadelphia. So that means what? He had to be around it. He know what the conversation is. So it seemed like, just like a lot of people or anybody, when money get involved, it's gonna make your brain go crazy. What's up, John Harrison? Your money gonna tweak. Money make the people tweak, and they say the more money a person get, the more they become who they are. You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell a person who he is when they broke. They just be humble or what they are. But then when they get the money, now they're going to be more of who they are. So if they was an a-hole, then they're going to be that way. If they was whatever that people was, that's who they're going to be more of at this point. And I think that that's what happened with Dr. Umar. When the money finally came in, he became more money hungry, more grifty, more shisty, more scammy. And he felt like I could just sit back and get donations and sit back like this forever. And really, he probably feels like he deserves the donations because a lot of times he travel around helping kids, helping mothers, helping people. He online being transparent about the conversation. It's not like he's saying it and then you don't hear from him 3 months and then he pop back out. He online 3-4 days. You know what I'm saying? So you can see how people would believe what he's saying because he keep his face out there talking about what he's saying. But is he gonna get past this? Ain't no telling.
No.
And I do appreciate all these votes coming in. Y'all smoking them with the votes. I appreciate that. The poll is revving up, and that's great. And I'm grateful for that because you guys are making a decision. I'm not deciding it. I'm just letting it play out, and then we deciding from what the polls say. And let's do another poll readout. And right now, it's still going. It's right there. It's changing slightly, but it's still should Dr. Umar Johnson be auctioned off, and the school and the people saying yes, that they're done with him. You know what I mean? And that's the voters coming in strong, saying it right there. Umar has already given up enough lies that he can't redeem himself. He's like, dude, go ahead on. It's almost like that person at the party that be too drunk, and it's like, yeah, we party up, we trying to kick it. We want to laugh. We want to hang out. We ain't trying to have no fight. We ain't trying to do no wildness. And it's almost like that. And or that person, that cousin or uncle who show up, or sister or niece, and they pop up and they just be like, hey, can you loan me $20? Loan me $30? Can you? I really need it. Can you got $15? Hey, can you loan me $5? And then you be like, damn, blah blah blah, bang, 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 bang. Then they keep coming. You be like, yo. But damn, I can't give you my whole damn bank account. Oh, no. I know. I appreciate it. Look, I got you right back. And you like, here. And the next thing you know, they come back again. Look, I know I told you that was lifetime, but you just like, what the fuck? So that's what he on. Like he keep coming. He just got addicted to the money and the way you get the money. The donation route is kind of like a 1-2 step. It's not that hard. It's like, yo, the people are already in rhythm. You know, imagine the people who set their bank accounts to automatically send a donation. Imagine how much that is when you could probably say, you know, like the automatic payers. It probably could be like every month you could just guaranteedly see $13,000 every single month. It's just coming, but it ain't accumulated. Like you ain't got the 13 times 5. It just come in, boom, 13 G's because of the people who put their little monthly money. They feel like that's their religion, pink. You know, I'm black, and I know it's gonna be tough for him to build it, so I'm just gonna send money, man. Just send money every month, $100, $50, and then just go whatever. I see him online. I'm not ever finna stop the money because I know that one day God gonna bless me for trying to help my people. And I guess he educated. I just try. It's a lot of folks who probably just doing that. That's just sending money that ain't even like checking online and being like, yo, what is he saying next? Well, okay, let me stop the payment. They're not even doing that. You know what I'm saying? And that's still a sustainable lifestyle, 13,000 a month coming through just from people who paying automatic payments on and they ain't stopping. They just doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be hard to stop. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it real. It'd be hard to just walk away from that and be like, yeah, I guess I can go teach at the school again because kids need me. I wish I would. I'm finna be like, hey, look, instead of a school, we're gonna start a zoo. Everybody, we forget a school. Okay, we got the forms right here. Look, this is how you start a zoo. See, and then right here, this the diagram. We're gonna have the giraffes are gonna be in this area, and the kids are gonna be listen. Help me out right now, starting a zoo. Now forget that school. FDMG Zoo. That's what we on from now on. And everybody be like, FDMG Zoo. Did he ain't say zoo. What? Hi? What? I'm just gonna go ahead and donate. I don't even want to know what happened. Just go ahead and just whatever. It's so many people in the world. It's not just me and you, and it's not just the people in here or those people or the people we know. It is so many people in the world. It will shock you. It will literally shock you. And you know how I'm saying this to be absolutely true. Because you can walk in any store, Walmart, Target, I wouldn't care where you go, the store down the street from your house, and you go in there, and there's so much shit in there that you don't need, that you don't want to buy. That it's just countless things. You walk in there and be like, slap your mama seasoning. What the fuck? Who would want to buy this? But then you think about it like, well, it is on the shelf, and it's a gang of the motherfuckers left, so somebody got to be buying this. But this is what I'm trying to say. It's things that you just walk in the store and you walk right past. Like, I didn't come to get none of that. I don't need that. But them people still got that product sitting there because somebody they guarantee gonna walk up and buy it. And that's the same thing like Dr. Umar. He say, if I put this video out there, if I put my PayPal out there, if I say it, and then they take the videos and everybody swirl him around, he's a celebrity at this point. So now when you say something, it's viral. Now it's swirling, and then the videos play. 10, 50, we done moved on. We talking about something else. We got our conversation in another direction. You ain't even on the computer no more. You done put the cell phone down, you done move. It's people still seeing them videos. Little kids, older kids, like, Mama, can I give some money to this person? Yeah, baby, go ahead. I'm gonna hit my little cash app, ding, $100. You never know how many people give it. But I believe that if some people mad at him in that state, they know he getting money like that. He probably walking in there and saying, yeah, he go a check. What? Okay, yeah, he go the fee for that. And they sitting back like, whoa, okay, we got to double the fee. We got to make sure he can't. Then make sure no communication. Do not send that mail out. So we got to let it. It's got to be 30 days left before he start getting. And then what you do is you walk up and put it on the door. Put it on the door. You know how they do. You never know how it is again with people inside of office space, inside these places. How would you know? You dissing some amount of folks or dissing some sexual preference, and now all of a sudden that's the people in the building who got to write your forms up and shit. Like, oh yeah, you hate us, motherfucker. What about the dude who married to the white girl, or vice versa, and she in the office and it's like, so we snow bunnies, huh? All right, good. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. The people gonna hate on you before you even get the job done. They're gonna automatically make their mind up when they see you coming. So it's like, what can you say? So let's get back to the message and see what the bro got to say. Keep the votes coming. I see the votes are coming in great. Let's let them talk about it. Let's go. Hit the sound.
Johnson was at that school as routinely and often as he claims he is, then wouldn't them put in a notice at the door be the fastest way to notify somebody who's at the school routinely? Now, apparently Umar Johnson was not at the school and had no idea that notice was there. until one of like the YouTubers went by the school, took a picture of the notice, and posted it online. And that's how Umar Johnson was alerted.
Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question? Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus? Brothers and sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs? They were going to sell our schools behind our backs. They didn't even tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email.
Hey, it's crazy, but I think this one caught him off guard. I think this one smoked him. I think this the one he wasn't expecting. I know that thinking he was going to make a school and maybe let's say he was scammy, let's say he was doing something undercutting or maybe, something that was below the belt. I don't think he saw this coming. YGKJ said, school you, dropping gems. Yo, and at the end of the day, I think that this hit him across the head. He wasn't expecting this, and I don't think he got the money. And I think that he's trying to do a real quick run up on the fee and see if he can just get people to help him real fast, whatever he can galvanize, and then go in there and talk to them folks and say, hey, I got 19K. Can y'all just leave me alone? Because we doing donations only. And then again, not a lot of stuff, but some of the things is exempt, like he was saying, like, being a school, you're supposed to not have to pay certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you off, you don't have to pay that. Oh yeah, you get exempt fees for this, exempt fees for that. And I don't think that that's happening in his behalf either. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's too much for one person to try to handle. You ain't got no real leverage on everything that's going down. And I think that was another one of his problems right there. It's too much shit you got to know about to have a school, and he just don't know. You know what I'm saying? And you need a team. And it seemed this is like a point of teamwork make the dream work. You know what I'm saying? So it's just him, and it's like it's really no way for him to really get no help. He need help. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he's ready for that help. I think he's like all locked and loaded in what he want to do, and it's just like can't nobody change that. He's not willing to bring a new team in because even as a business owner or a businessman, you could even say, hey, you know what? I'm burnt out. I did as much as I could do at this point. 15 years trying to build this shit. I'm not even so much closer than I wanted to be, but I love what I'm doing. So what we're going to try to conclude is y'all just go ahead and build this shit. Let's go get some youngsters that got the education. This lady got an EDD degree. This guy got a woo-wop-de-wham. And I'm just going to holler at y'all. Can y'all come over here and help me build this? And this is how you can get a little bit more movement going. But sitting still like he doing and just being like, I ain't nothing I can do about this. It's just going to crash like that. He looked crazy as hell to me, man. So I think I'm going to kill this podcast at this point, but we are going to read off these polls and look at, again, it's just dead even. It's crazy. After all of this time, we almost 50 minutes deep and it's dead even. So that's it right there. It's half and half. It's not one way, it's not the other way. Should Dr. Umar Johnson's school be auctioned off? 50% say yes and 50% say no. And then I think that that's really a good case study on the fact of the most people who support him. Like, people do support him. And so that is a point right there. We had all these people come through the chat today. 528 people came through over the time. And all these people voted, or whoever voted, and they came to the conclusion that it's half and half. So it's like, there you go. Ain't no way of saying he wrong, and ain't no way of saying he right, because the people are deciding to support him, and then the other people are deciding to not support him. So he can have an operation because the people decided. Just right here on my podcast, I don't know him. I ain't never met him. I never been to none of his events. And none of my kids even an age that could even be benefiting from what he's doing. But just in a conversation of a podcast, half the people say he's right, half the people say he's wrong. So that ought to be a telling point right there for everybody. So I appreciate y'all rocking out to the podcast this far and this late into the show. I'm grateful. This Yusef Two Times. This is my album, Selfmadeology. It's available on all the platforms. And You can also, at the end of this video, I'm going to connect this to the other podcast shows. It'll be a link to the playlist, and you can subscribe at the bottom. And I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, hit the bell. I'm going to try to do a show tonight again at 6:30 p.m. right here on this channel. It's a short podcast. I try to do that like about 20, 30 minutes. But we're going to talk about something, and we're going to kick it. And I appreciate y'all rocking out with me. Have a good day. Hang out.